Hello, everybody. How are you doing? I have here Carol Holaday. She's the author of Crafting a Magical Life. And Carol is based in San Diego while I'm here in London. And it's absolutely a pleasure to have you right now and be connected through Skype and have the opportunity to learn from you in this few parts interview. Thank you, Carol, for being available.
Thank you for having me.
I want to get right away into the subject because you're sharing so many amazing insights, and you're definitely here sharing your creativity and how you're using all those tools to help us live our full potential. But first, can you tell me more and tell us more about the human potential and what you discovered about that and how powerful we are as human beings?
Yes. Although I don't know, you can put it in a little nutshell. I'll try to keep it down to short and sweet.
Let it flow.
What once was believed to be something that you had to focus incredible amounts of energy on, learn esoteric practices and rituals and all these things to try to generate the energy to create something. As we continue to become more and more enlightened to who we are and how wonderful our minds are, that process becomes easier and easier and easier. As a child growing up, there were so many times that I found myself in situations that seemed hopeless. They weren't, but they seemed that way. And it was always amazing to me that whenever I sort of let go and said, I don't know what's going to happen, but I know something good is going to come out of this, that these little miracles would start to come to pass around me. Yeah. And as an adult, I kind of left that behind a little bit and had to relearn it, and went through quite a few experiences to help me remember how to do this, how when I let go, and I choose to look at everything I can in the most positive light I can and to be very, very grateful for all that's around me, things just happen. Wonderful things happen. And I've just been amazed at every turn. My life has made huge shifts.
You're talking in your book about co-creating, about manifesting. Can you talk to us a little bit more about that?
Well, when I moved to San Diego is when I really, really began to use these tools. And for me, I'm very visual, and I'm a crafts person. I love to make things. So in order to help focus my mind better on what I wanted to do, I would create like manifesting maps. I would make pictures of the things that I really wanted to have happen. I would make candles and burn them and think about what I wanted to have happen. I would, just anything I could think of that I could do with my hands while I was thinking about what I wanted seemed to put me in a state that would make things happen.
Interesting.
And yeah, and it's worked again and again and again. I have some friends that aren't as interested in the tactile thing, having to have a set of prayer beads in their hand or anything like that. But for me, that worked really, really well. And for people that struggle a little bit with visualizing, because not everybody is highly visual, that seems to help them a little bit too, to focus their thoughts, and by using a physical anchor to anchor their thoughts into something and attract what they want to attract.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense, because I hear a lot of people, I have so many times of feedback of, yeah, but I have a hard time, my mind wanders, etc. So I can see how having those objects that we'll talk about shortly can help us to focus our mind and our vision and our thoughts and energy towards one specific outcome and magically allow that to manifest in our lives.
Yes. Yes.
So I wanted to ask you more specifically, what is your favorite one of all of them? Because you describe quite a lot. I'm intrigued particularly about some of them, but what is your favorite, most effective manifestation, visualizing tool, however you're calling it?
My very, very favorite is a treasure map or manifesting map. When I start getting all of those images from magazines and from pictures and getting online and printing things, I just get so into a zone of what I want to have happen. And yeah.
Kind of like that.
Oh my goodness. That's beautiful.
Thank you. That's what you mean by manifesting map, right?
Yes, it's a very powerful tool because once you put all of that on there and you've literally put in place a visual reminder of these are the things I really want to have happen, and you put it somewhere where you can see it and you just imagine all those wonderful things happening. It's in your face every day. And I find those very helpful. Another one that I use sometimes that I really enjoy when I have the time and to be available every morning to do it is using prayer beads. Something that growing up I'd never understood why people did that. Why did the people in church have the little rosaries and stuff? But I found them to be very effective tools as a secondary. But my favorite is anything visual. It really is.
So what I love, though, is in your book you have all those tools, and then you explain how to make them. So
yes.
You explain how to make a prayer, how do you call it?
The prayer beads,
The prayer beads. So that's wonderful to not just say it, but explain how to do that. So you found little pearls and things to, and does it have to be a particular type of stones?
Well, only what means something to a person. I chose stones based on their metaphysical qualities for particular ones that I do. And sometimes we make them out of plastic. Sometimes whatever we want to make them out. When we do classes, sometimes we have gemstone classes where we use only good gemstone quality beads. And other times we're just practicing. Maybe we're using only color. Well, if you're only using color, you don't necessarily have to have expensive gemstone beads.
Right.
You can even make them out of knots. You could take a long strand of cord and tie knots in it and treat it like beads too.
And it's nice that at the end of the book too, you describe what each of those stones means and their spiritual connotation, and that's wonderful, useful information as well to just select
Thank you.
them.
I did that for myself initially because I'm lazy sometimes. I don't like sitting down with great big books and digging through and hunting for, okay, what is this rock for? So I created a keyword, what I call a keyword list, a short list of stones, and I did one for herbs too, that helped me remember what they were for. So if I was thinking, well, I want something for love and healing, then I could go to my list and kind of look at the keywords for love and healing, and that would help me find the right crystals and stones and the right herbs to work with. And it was just such a nice, useful tool that I used in my classes, and that ended up in the book because I felt like a lot of people, A, don't have all the cash to go buy 5 or 6 different books to get started,
right,
and B, don't want to spend time looking at all that. If they can have it in one area and have the basics, and then they can go investigate something they're interested in even further.
Well, thank you so much. It's going to be the end of part 1 of our interview. Carol is the author of Crafting a Magical Life, and definitely magical life it is. Thank you so much for putting this book out there and initiating us to all the different little practices. I have not seen any book like this so far, and that's really, truly appreciated. Thank you, Carol, and I'll see you shortly.
Thank you. Okay.
Thanks.